Well, WWE's Memorial Day takeover is upon us. You're going to get Saturday night's main event. You're going to get Battleground, Monday Night Raw, and NXT on Tuesday, all in Tampa, Florida. And here to join us right now, he's one of the GOATs. Everybody knows it. He's on the Mount Rushmore of everybody's professional wrestling list. A Texas legend, Mr. WrestleMania himself, and Mr. NXT, Shawn Michaels. Shawn, good morning to you. Thanks so much for taking the time.
My pleasure, Brad, and I appreciate the absolutely phenomenal introduction.
Well, it's true. It's all true. It's all true.
I'm flattered.
Well, you know what? We're talking about everything that's going to be going on in Tampa, Florida, but I'm so excited about NXT lately. NXT has been on fire, quite literally, coming off a Stand and Deliver in Las Vegas. You were at MSG earlier this year, and now going into this weekend for Battleground and then NXT on Tuesday. Y'all are firing on all cylinders. You have to feel that in the building.
Absolutely. And again, it's been just a phenomenal time in NXT, and the excitement, and the energy is palpable. I think everybody finally sees NXT for what it is. It's just the purest, the best, the most exciting aspect of all professional wrestling. At the very beginning, when you're giving your all, you're passionate, you're hungry. All you want to do is make it in the WWE. All you want to do is eventually become a Raw and SmackDown superstar, and you give every ounce of your being out there when you perform every night of the week. And so NXT right now has been enjoying just incredible momentum. So much of that is, has to do with, the incredible partnership that we have with CW, but also just the young men and women that come through our doors. They are so hungry. They're so passionate. They're all focused on making this life, their dream, and their job for the rest of their life. And so they come in here with nothing but great intentions, and we're looking forward to Battleground Memorial Weekend, so they can go out there and show the world what it is they do and why they should be the Raw and SmackDown superstars of tomorrow.
And they absolutely will be. And what's great about NXT is that I've been to a couple shows at the Performance Center in Orlando and seen it up close and personal. And the crowd really is the sixth man there on those NXT shows. They are as part of the show as some of the performers are themselves, some of the wrestlers are themselves. But I would imagine for you as kind of the quarterback or the coach for NXT, getting the talent on the road and working in front of different audiences, knowing what it's like to be in front of a New York audience or a Las Vegas audience, or in this case, a Tampa audience, really helps them further, hone in their craft and figure out how to make reactions happen in different parts of the country.
Sure, absolutely. Well, again, as you know, we are based here in Orlando. And as you said, look, when we get an opportunity to get out on the road, first of all, they're just over the top excited about the opportunity to be able to do that. But it also, to the point that you made, it is so important to their development in what it is they're doing. And so as we have the opportunity to get out on the road, even if it's down the road in Tampa, it is just a phenomenal experience for our young talent. Obviously, we do our best to try to harness that, they're all like wild stallions, and we do our best to harness it. And every now and then they can keep a lid on it when they're in Orlando. But anytime they get out on the road, they're ready to cut loose in that ring and just excite that audience to no end. And so in Tampa at Battleground Memorial Weekend, it is going to be a big, big night and an incredibly exciting show because our talent are ready to go.
Again, Saturday night's main event, Battleground, Monday Night Raw, and NXT all taking place from Tampa. And one of the great things I think, too, for the talent at NXT recently is the working relationships you have with other promotions, and especially TNA, having, people like Fatal Attraction going over to TNA and getting some reps in, having the Hardy Boys work Fraxium in MSG. You hone that craft more. You get better when you're working people who are, maybe more experienced and have that veteran presence for you. As somebody who's running NXT, that had to be a really refreshing thing to have the partnership with TNA and other companies.
Absolutely. Well, again, as you know, as you stated, again, when you're in the ring with people better than you, you're going to improve. You're going to get better. You're going to learn things that you didn't know before. And so that's one of the things that this TNA, collaboration has given us. And also, again, the partnership with Noah, again, having, our talent be able to go over to Japan and learn that style, a different style, and have some of their superstars, come over and be a part of our show. Inamura has just been a huge asset, again, to the WWE roster. The people love him, and we love him. And so, again, all of these partnerships and collaborations that we've been able to have has done just exactly what you were talking about, has helped our talent improve, and it has also, again, made NXT the must-see show on WWE programming.
What you've always been referred to as Mr. WrestleMania. In a lot of ways, you're Mr. SummerSlam. Sometimes you're even Mr. Royal Rumble. You've kind of done the gambit on all of those, in my opinion. But there's so much great talent in NXT right now on the men's side and the women's side. Who would you highlight if you had to pick one right now? And I know you could pick any of them, but who would you highlight or as Mr. and Mrs. NXT in these last couple months?
Well, in the last couple months, I think it'd have to be Stephanie Vaquer from the women's side, our NXT Women's Champion. She has just taken, again, the entire world by storm. I think she's somebody that was already had an international name, but I think once she got on to, NXT programming, the entire world, the entire globe, and her popularity has just skyrocketed. And look, I think it's a toss-up on our men's side. I think they probably, argue about it, but I think Trick Williams and Obafemi are two guys with, again, Trick has unlimited charisma, but Oba also has a mystique and an aura about him. They're two very different individuals, but they're both guys that are easily, superstars that people see are going to be, Raw and SmackDown superstars in the very near future, I'm sure.
Obafemi has a presence and an authenticity about him where you can really see him main eventing WrestleMania one day. Same with Trick and Stephanie Vaquer. Here's my final question for you, Shawn. Again, WWE's Memorial Day Takeover, Saturday night's main event, Battleground, Monday Night Raw, and NXT all going down in Tampa. This is really one for me because it's a personal question. I've gotten to work with the great Booker T for 13 years down here at Reality of Wrestling in Houston. I think that the team of him, Vic, and Corey Graves is the most entertaining and helpful commentary team out in all of professional wrestling right now. Booker with his with Stephanie Vaquer, Vic's quick one-liners, and Corey Graves' expert acumen when it comes to his analyst role. They're so good. They got to make the show entertaining and fun for you just listening on headset, because that's what it is for us as an audience.
For sure. Absolutely. Look, and I will, again, just from a personal, I guess, standpoint, it has been phenomenal for me to get to, again, to strengthen and have a much better and bigger relationship with Booker, having, gotten to know him so much better since working with him here in NXT, and to understand that his passion and his desire to help all of these young men and women, get better and improve. Obviously you guys do it there in Houston at Reality of Wrestling, but I mean, Booker just brings that passion over here to NXT and shares it with our talent week in and week out. And when it comes to a commentating team, that's one of the things I love about NXT. We're all one big family. We obviously all, communicate a lot. We have a lot of collaboration between each and every one of us. And I think, again, Corey was a huge addition to that team. And I think they've really found their footing now. And as you say, at the very, very least, it is going to be incredibly entertaining every time you tune in on Tuesday nights on the CW.
Tuesday nights on the CW. You got a huge weekend ahead of you in Tampa. Shawn Michaels, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Really great talking to you.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you very much for helping us out.